Hey everyone, it's Sunday afternoon, we're chilling, and I've got a great spec for you guys. This is it. This is the grand finals to the Season 18 10 Alien World Division 2 tournament. Slim Bill managed to defeat Cryo after I defeated him in the winners finals, and that means that he comes back for a best of 5 series to face the great Coeval. So let's see if I can prevail. We have grinded a lot of games in rated and also in tournaments too, with the last best of 3 series. So we will just have to wait and see how it is. I'm going to cover all 5 games, and if I need to kind of move a bit faster, we can do some editing, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be a decent amount of time. So, yeah, not too long, not too short. We're just going to go back and forth here. I see he has bank. Now he's got his bank out, I got to be passive immediately. That's one tactic that you want to be aware of. Whenever your opponent has bank out, you want to not push them. So I'm going to make some land, flash out of this, get a little kind of middle map hidey hole that I can chill in, and we're going to go back and forth for a bit. So one of my kind of goals is to get out of the early game. Let's check this chat out. And I think by forcing him into, or not forcing him, it wasn't forced, but encouraging him to teleport down, and now we're in kind of a long battle, I've succeeded. So now I am just going to be patiently waiting it out. You're gonna see, 10, 15, 20 turns of just kind of like back and forth, kind of waiting for the Arma. And yeah, now that I think of it, some of these games are a bit longer. I may skip a few turns and just kind of get to a more pivotal point in the game so that you guys are not so bored waiting here, unless you just like chilling here listening to my voice. But alrighty, I'm gonna flash down. I notice I deflighted there because you deflight in order to avoid the aura, and you may think, oh, it's only 15 damage, but here's the deal. Especially on an Arma map, the amount of prots that you have is absolutely massive. So, like, if I stay in the aura, for example, like, I get hit for 15, and then the following turn I get hit for another 15, that's 30 damage off my prot. In the long run, if he slowly gets 15 here, 15 there, 15 there, and I can't do anything to him, he will eventually have like 100, 150 prot, and I'll be down to 20 or 30 as he just continues to tick me down. So, and what I was going to say too is, especially in Arma maps, the amount of prot that you have at the end is the absolute most important. You could have 5 health and 150 prot, and if your opponent has 200 health and 10 prot, you're actually winning with the 5 health. Granted, 5 health and 150 prot is 155, 200 health and 10 is like 210, so it's not that much of a gap, but what I mean is that in the very late game, when the odds of getting knocked are really high because there's so many stars, if you don't have any prots or very little prots, those stars can do 40 per star if you get hit just right on the head with them. So you could get knocked for 60, maybe 70, maybe 80 even. And so you gotta have a lot of prots in the late game. Otherwise, you could have 250 health, you could get sunk, and someone who has a bunch of prots with low health is gonna win. So it becomes more of an RNG battle at that point. Here he goes for the water ball. That's okay, but I don't know, I probably would have stayed to the left, because right now what I can do is tangle him. And I don't know if he has tangle in response, so if he does, then we'll just both sink ourselves, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that was a blunder by him. I think he should have stayed on the left side and just summoned another Pegasus or something. Kind of stalled. And I get a really nice flash there. I just extended down about 45 degrees. So I'm not going to jump in just because I know that we have a best of 5 series to get through. So here I've got 2 trees and they're not dead. So potentially a Maelstrom Sink here is what I'm trying to go for. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So here, I think he noticed that that tree was alive, the one on the left. So he's thinking, oh, I flash out and I get free. However, that's not quite the case. So I think I'm going to be able to get a nice tangle off here. But, ooh, not quite. So what do I choose to do here? Okay, I just tangle anyway. I could have clocked. Maybe that would have sunk. But I decided to just tangle. And we'll see what I go for next. I'm setting up a water ball sink. And I actually don't get it. I don't quite get it. Oh no. But he's still tangled, so I get kind of lucky there. And now I think I can go for another water ball sink. Let's see if I can get it. Or maybe I flash out here. Yeah, okay. I choose to flash out. Why do I flash out? Well, I know he's still going to be tangled, even though he's only got 4 prot. You know, that's a turn that he has to take to untangle himself, because he's not going to get hit by the Arma way deep down in that middle map area. So here, I don't know. I don't really want a water ball, push with water ball. So I just kind of flashed, made more space. Does it win me the game? No. Does it lose me the game? No. So I just kind of waited it out. And I guess I had a Maelstrom ready. Okay, I get ticked by that Maelstrom there. So a little bit unfortunate, but it didn't do a ton of damage, like 30. But I had the Maelstrom ready, so he's sunk. And now I'm in a good spot. I can re-prot, position that Pegasus. Okay, I don't have prot up yet, so I'm going to aura. So here now he's going to be able to re-stabilize and get another prot up. And now it's pretty even again. And we're back to just kind of outplaying each other with zoning spells. And I'm back up to 72 prot, so I'm ahead by 20. And like I said, don't even look at the health. Just worry about the protection shields. Because both of us have decided that we're playing for late game. And that's just how the game's going to go. So I'm going to flash out. And maybe I want to water ball to him to threaten a tangle, but then he could use a mud, and then my sort of win con would be, oh, or my thought process would be, okay, he's going to mud me, and then he's going to have only 2 muds left, so I could kind of use his muds early. But I know I don't absolutely have to press, it's not imperative, so, you know, I'm not necessarily trying to go full aggro here. Not sure about that move, although I'm kind of zoned in from the aura, so it does suck a bit. And I stunned myself with the aura. I could have just gated. You don't need to stun yourself with the aura there. Or maybe gone to the right side where I'm about to ping. But I feel like I still would have been ticked by the Maelstrom. So he gets a decent sort of water ball bounce off there. Doesn't really do too much. But I don't know. I consider this a win. He didn't like clock me or anything. So I'm going to chill over here. I know the aura's still going to be up. And he can't really hit me with a lob unless he's a god. Or I don't think he has Mega Boulder, so I think I'm chilling. I think with some of these trees, he's putting me off the hook. And why I say that is because these are some situations in which, like, I don't know. Maybe he's not, because I have Tangle, right? I don't know, I'm trying to think about it. Okay, so I fuck up that flash a bit, but yeah, I don't know. I guess one way to think about it is I'm happy to see those trees, because I'm like, oh, we're just getting to the later game, and I have Tangle, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't, from what I've been able to see. Normally, if you have Mud, you have Mega, and if you have Mega, you don't have Entangle. And the reason is, Mega is an aggro spell, and Tangle is a late game spell. So if I have Tangle, the goal is to stall till late game and then entangle my opponent. And if you get a late entangle, often the map is going to be pretty much gone. So you don't need Mega Boulder to do damage, you just keep sinking the opponent and they die. Or with Mega, you have Pebble often with that, and you try to rush with Pebbles, get an early Mega off and get him to 150 or something like that. You saw him kind of mess up a movement there and get aura'd, or he stayed in the aura, and then I was able to ray his bank, And now I'm in a great spot for game 1. But as you know, anything can happen on Alien, but so far I'm winning the protection shield battle, so let's see what happens. Here I'm feeling amazing. There's pretty much no way that I think I can lose. And I'm going to go middle, and I know that he doesn't have Tangle, so I don't have to be too worried about that, but I still want to be cognizant of the fact that I can get sunk by like some unlucky Arma BS. And as you can see, I'm getting whittled down to 60 prot, and that'll continue to go down. So he's going to push up top, and I'm very happy to see that, because Ray is kind of coming off cooldown, or if not, I don't think he would push if he knew that my Ray was up. So my Ray's down, and he's going to push, but I know that he could get ticked by the Arma, and he does. Now he's down to 30. So I'm in a fantastic position here, personally. He's going to push with Water Ball, but I still have 36 prot, and he gets knocked by the Arma. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit since there's so many stars, just for this late game, so that you guys can see the Arma fly in. It's really a beautiful sight. I do really love the colors and the style of the map, and also just how the Arma looks on this game. Really well done by the contributors and artists. So here I'm going to go for a flash. Very well done. Got the sync. Gonna pat myself on the back for that one, and a nice spot shielded from all the stars. I don't think there's many scenarios in which I could get hit by a star. Maybe it breaks off into 2 and then falls on my head, but that would be pretty damn unlucky. So I'm gonna bring my Pegasus under me to prevent a sink, and then Maelstrom him, force him to move or sink himself. And he's gonna do that. And now I've got the superior map control. I'm gonna stay low because if you haven't played much Alien, in that sort of low 20% portion of the map, as you can see, not many stars kind of fall beyond this sort of area. In that area, I'm going to be pretty safe. So here I want to go just like super low, I think is my choice. And then I just tree on top of myself. I am risking a stack, but I'm not risking a stack because he just auroed me. So as you can tell, I'm keeping great track of my cooldowns. Here he goes for the clock, and it doesn't quite sync. How much of this is luck? I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. Do I have Mega in this mix? I don't have Mega in this book. So I just went up for a straight late game Tangle mix. And he's at 25. Yeah, I got knocked. But at this point, I think I can afford it. I can teleport in safely on this right side. And I'm not really zoned in. And he can get hit by the Arma. 15 health is just so low. But crazier things have happened. We'll see what ends up happening here. Again, just going to stay zoomed out because I really love the art, and also you get to see the Arma in full force. And we're playing on like different areas of the map. So it's not exactly close quarters. But he goes for the Maelstrom, and I'm able to ray him. Maybe he could have prot there. His flight was probably down. Maybe he didn't have a tower, or he just said, ah, shit. I don't really have many other options. So I take game 1, and let's get right into game 2 here. And I'm realizing now I should probably edit the beginning portion out where I click the replay because it says who the winner is. So I'll do that so that you guys don't see who wins every game when I go back to the main menu. That's not something that I really noticed or that anyone pointed out to me, but I just looked at that and was like, oh well, that really spoils things, doesn't it? So we're here now in game 2. As far as I know, one of these games I mix it up and use a different book that doesn't have Tangle. It's like Mega, but I don't know if it's this one or not. So here he does an early Q. Yeah, that happens, I guess. You know, you never know kind of what movement people will mess up. And I'm just going to go down to the middle portion of the map here. and I don't know, maybe get a bank out or Pegasus. And I try to get a Pegasus out in IQ, so pretty great, high quality, Archmage level, grand finals vibe type of gameplay that we're seeing here with these skews. But he trees me, and that doesn't really trap me, so I'm happy. Although he does kind of cut my space off. Okay, it does kind of trap me, but I also have the Pegasus to escape here. Or do I? No, I don't. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta gate out. Which is fine, and I'll have access to my Pegasus once the tree dies. Okay, not quite. But I'm still okay. So kind of stabilized in the middle game. We both have potentially late game books. I feel like I would have stayed up top if I had Mega in this mix, but I don't know, maybe not. If I have no Tangle, oh, excuse me. If I have no Tangle, I'm a little bit worried at this point that he's going to out prop me. And he's obviously pushing because he's got his bank out. But I've got a couple of layers of defense, the Pegasus and the tree, so I'm not sweating it. Do I have bank? Maybe, but I choose to prop first. So I'm at 135, edging him out pretty well in that instance. Now, okay, one option would be to flash this open, and I choose to do that. Because again, I have that layer of defense with the Pegasus. So, and okay, it's not an aggro move. I'm not going to go over there and clock him, but my goal was to just be able to get more space to move away from his aura. So there, Water Ball was a really bad move. I should have just prodded with the Pegasus, but I allowed the Tangle, and that just destroys my advantage. So, pretty unfortunate, but I would say looking back, I kind of panicked at the last second and did a Water Ball. Really, I should just Protection Shield or get a Spirit out. Not rush, and just chill. But I did not. And I go for the aura there, but I miss. Again, I get kind of panicked. So, oof, this is just not my game. And that'll happen. It is what it is. I'm going to go down low and Protection Shield, try to get away from a clock. And he's just going to Water Ball maybe in response. Okay, he chooses to Ray first, which is a fine play. Now he's in a superior position. He's got 50 prod, I've got 12. He's got mid-map control, I've got no control. The Arma's going to hit me a couple times, surely, eventually. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But I don't have many moves, so I just have to tower. Another option would be to gate. Potentially that could have been fine. Yeah, maybe gating was better. I could go to that tree. And I'll zoom in just a little bit for this part. We'll just go one zoom in because the map is so big. So yeah, this is where I could have gated a turn earlier, but now he's able to advance on me much more. And here, I remember this game. So you'll see what's about to happen. I get stuck, and then I'm trying to go for a clock, but I end up treeing because I get panicked. And again, clock is not a great move because I'm down health, but I was kind of lost at what to do. Here, I don't know, maybe double drain is a fine play if I can get up there. But instead I choose to just run away and prot, which is probably a bad move because he can just escape and clock me. So in hindsight, get up there and double drain. Then he's at 40 prot and I'm at 250. So it's kind of a game in that sense. So that would be a much better play on my part. I'm just going to respond with a Tangle. He's going to clock me back and I'm going to sink him. That's kind of the plan. It's interesting. In 10s, oh, he did 100 clock. Damn. Nice. In 10s, like, you come up with these 2 or 3 turn plans. Oof, and I fuck up the flash. I don't think it was even possible there. So I just died. Anyway, tough game in game 2. Now it's tied 1-1. We're going to get to game 3. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. And this is game 3. I believe this is the game that I chose to bring Mega to spice things up a bit. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go to the left side and discourage him from making any advances. He could have probably gone all the way over to me and got a tangle off if he was fast, but he chose to lob it instead. Why, I'm not sure. Maybe he's a little bit tilted. But he did get the win in the last game, right? So I chose to just get a spirit out, and my goal is to push him at some point, get a mud off. Can I get there? Yeah, I can. So had like half a second at the end there. And here he gives me an easy opportunity to Mega, but I actually go a little bit too far away, and it only hits him once. So I flub the absolute easiest Mega. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get clowned so hard for that. I could have just stayed where I was and tossed the Mega, but no. I had to completely fuck it up. And then that pebble doesn't do any damage to him, so he's got 2 prot, and he comes up and he clucks. What the fuck? What's going on? What is this? Oh my god. 173, and he tangles me back. Do I just clock here? Might be okay. I could have also mega'd. That probably would have been better. I wonder how that would have ended up, actually. Maybe it could have detangled me too. So the only issue here is I don't have the ability to teleport. I could clock myself, but I don't know. I don't love that idea. I could just water ball, push here with water ball instead. So I'm in a pretty good position. He's gonna try to stall out. Yeah, I just water ball straight down and try to move the spirit, get that micro on. Yeah, so in a decent spot here, pushing with water ball. That early game was just fucking atrocious. So yeah, forget that. That didn't happen. So I've got pebbles here so I can push. And then hopefully at some point, detangle myself somehow. Okay, so he's just gonna go for the maelstrom. I could windshield here, I could pebble back, and then allow the sink. And I just fuck it up, and then I just decide to sink myself. I really should have just pebbled. And then I sink, and then I come back up the next turn. Is he gonna go for a mega? Oh no, he gets a flash off. So I fucked up the teleport. I really should have just teleported into that tree where the shooting star just hit. Yeah, where I am right now. But I panicked that turn a bit. So that happens. And now I am on the back foot, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Depends on if I have flight back here. And actually he Qs. So I gotta go. Speed. 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 Oh no, I should have just clocked. Just clock him. Clock him. Man, and I sink. Oh. This is just a tragic game. Oh, it's so fucking bad. We both played so terribly in this game. I think nerves got to us. Like, this is absolutely atrocious. He misses a point blank clock. I miss a point blank mega. I queue in a position where I could just throw a clock from the far left over land, over by the spirit. And oh my god, it's just fucking terrible. But this is where we're at. This is for all the marbles. So what do I do? Flash down here? No, I just decide to drain. A shit play, pretty much. Don't have many options. I should have just flashed down there, I think. Get more shelter. So he's able to get that ray off, and yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote, boys, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't even have flight. I have to prot, and I'm hoping, okay, maybe he can't get to me and D-tower. Or not D-tower, but kill. So we will see if he can. Nope, he's gonna play it safe, which is probably a fine play. If you happen to go all the way over there and try to get your clock off and then miss, then he could lose. So, but he's a bit closer now, so we'll see if he can make it. And the answer is no, but he does water ball. hoping for Arma. Oh, no, not quite. So now I don't have many moves. I'm just going to have to Mud. And I know that he's got Ray on cooldown, so he can't kill me immediately, but Water Ball probably kills. Instead of doing a Water Ball, because he knows I could respond with Mega, he just towers out and I have to teleport away. So now I got some decent map control, but I'm so low on health, I gotta be really careful. And he's got Maelstrom coming. I do have the Spirit out, so I'm not terribly checkmated. Not checkmated quite yet. But let's see what I can do. Maybe go to that far left side and prot. Let's see. Yep. So, still alive. And he does that aggro teleport, which is a good move, because I'm so low on health. But anything can happen still. I go for the aura, just to discourage him from kind of staying in that hiding spot, right? And he goes for a Maelstrom. Now this puts me in a precarious position. I'm pretty much lost. Yeah, oh, okay, maybe, do I escape the Maelstrom here? Okay, barely. So, I'm doing okay at the moment. He's just gonna drain, and at this point I'm like, maybe I can build up a couple prots and then win. So we'll see what happens. Obviously my Pegasus is gonna get ticked by the Maelstrom there, and he's gonna tower out. Now he can threaten a clock kill, so I have to be really cognizant of my positioning. And I just choose to get a Spirit out, which is a fine play. The Arma is going to help him less than it's going to help me, so I'm in a good map position. Can I reprot yet? Yeah, I can. So feeling okay about this. I'm again low on health, but able to avoid his spells. Okay, now I'm not feeling so okay. That was a lot of damage. And I'm at what, 58? Yeah, that's so little. I just got to go for the Mud, but unfortunately it detowers him. And we'll see if he has an angle to come down here and kill me. I don't remember. I don't think so. He can't like clock me or anything. So he's just got to be a little bit passive, right? And at this point, yeah, it's looking a little dicey. Maybe draining that peg was good. I don't really need to aura there. I'm hoping for like a star to deflight him or something, you know. But okay, hopefully a star deflights him here and then I can sink him. No. Alright, so I just got to use my other Mud. And now he can't really water ball down because he'll get deflighted. And then I can respond with Mega. But unfortunately the Pegasus goes undead. And he gets me down to 3 health. So yeah, just an absolute fucking fiasco of an early game. With missed clocks, missed megas, queued turns. I mean, it's just fucking blunderfest up in here. And this is what it culminates in. I had so many chances. That was just like the series right there. To just get that super easy mega off and then pebble down after his teleport. I just jump into the aura. I'm like, fuck this. Man, that would be so sick. But we'll be right back for game 4. Right now it's 2-1 Bill. Alrighty, so we're back. And this is game 4 of the series, as I said. Now, I think that Mega kind of scared me off because I didn't really play it well at all. Maybe I had some nerves and I was just, yeah, too disillusioned with the idea that, oh, this Mega could screw up and then I would lose. And in fact, it did screw up and then I did lose. So I got in my own head a little bit too much there. Nerves kind of got to me. But, you know, those games will happen for everyone. It's just I have to make sure they don't happen as often, right? That's the goal. So I go for the Mud. I know he's got the bank out, but with Mud, I can push a little bit. And I just go for the Pebble. I know he could respond with like Snowball, but then he's vulnerable to a Flash. So it puts him in a little bit of an awkward position. And he actually just blunders immediately. He could have teleported away. That's the best book, I think. Not the best book, the best move. with the book that he has. So, and we can press Alt so we can see who's down. Spectating, we got Goal, we got Lubu. So I'll zoom in just one tick so you guys can kind of see the beginning of the match. So I'm happy with how this went. Like I said, he could have just teleported down instead of doing that awkward tree. And I was able to sink his blood bank too, which is really nice. And here I'm just going to go for another pebble. I know that Mega's coming off cooldown soon. I said early on that I was maybe disillusioned with Mega and I was scared to run it, but I said, you know what? That was so bad, I'm going to just try again. Like, that was so fucking terrible that I want to have a redemption match with that book. So I go for a Mega here and it almost destroys me. It almost doesn't fit. Is that a good play? Probably not. But I'm just going full aggro. Can I get to him to clock? I don't know if I can. Wow, I do! And it doesn't deflight me. Damn, look at that speed from Coeval. That's some epic speed right there. Real tensors would know the amount of speed that takes. That was Gaul level precision. Now I'm up 100 health with a great rush play. I could gate out of this, probably the best move, maybe above him. Yep. Gate is a surprisingly like rush, potential rush, play that you can make to advance a lot on your opponent. Escape a trap. They don't have tree on cooldown. They can't just tree and then tree again, especially if they don't have mud or you're out of their range. They're not able to trap you back to back. You can gain a pretty good advantage. So here, he's just trying to withstand my rush, which is a difficult task, but he makes a good move. I decide to just give another avenue of attack by waterballing. Doesn't do much damage to the bank, unfortunately, so he still has that out, which sucks. And here, I don't care about the ray. I'm just going to go close to him and pebble. I'm not sure he has mud. I don't think he does, but I'm just, he's so low. I'm just going to go balls to the wall and rush him down. Force a teleport or something. I know tree is still off cooldown, so I have the opportunity to make this push play. And also, I know that he doesn't have VFTP, or I'm 95% sure that he doesn't, so I can afford to make that play. So now I'm in a completely winning position, amazing map control, and I'm going to prod up, and you think, oh, pushing here could be the play. He's so low, just go push him. But, I don't know, it's kind of hard. That tree's kind of subtle. What am I doing there? Well, I figure that he wants to dig to the middle of the map, and he's in a terrible spot with the Arma beating him down, and I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see. So I want to prevent him from going to that middle and then just being able to stall more. So now I'm at 210, he's at 111. I still have that kind of 100-ish HP advantage. And what's the goal here? Like I said, I'm kind of doing a more slower push, a more methodical push. Like I didn't do it immediately because I knew, first of all, I wasn't going to be able to get there in 10 seconds. But also I needed 50 prot. And he just says, you know what, I gotta run. And I'm going to make as much progress as I can to the left of the map and probably lob a pebble here. Let's see how far I can make it. Speed! Nice. Yeah, pretty much perfect turn there. Get some nice damage off with the pebble. Keep all my prots, thanks to the Arma being early. And now I'm looking for a path to get to him and clock. But instead, he does it for me! GG. He knew that he was lost. Didn't have any plays. So maybe his prot was down too. So anyway, that is game 4. And at this point, we took a break. And then I think he had to go. And then we played it later in the evening. So this is a game 5 grudge match. 2-2 right now. Stay tuned. If you made it this far, drop a like and subscribe. And let me know, if you're this far in the video, who do you think is going to emerge victorious in the game? who knows, the title and thumbnail may spoil it, but regardless, let me know your thoughts about these games, and it's been a really great tournament run for both of us. So let's get to game 5. I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are, and he is now on Cornflake, same outfit, same everything. And this is it. This is for all the marbles. And we'll see, do we have any spectators at the beginning here? 2 to start. And how that kind of turns out is, well, we've got a couple to start, and then they kind of leave because it's a long game in the middle, and then they all come back at the end. So here I decided to run Bank. I think I've got Snowball, Bank, and Tangle. Just the kind of late game book. Time and time again, I've been able to defeat Bill in the super late game, like 50, turn 55, turn 58, you know. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for that. Relies a little bit on RNG, right? But, you know, you got to do what you got to do to win. And at this point, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself because I really should have won that game 3 that was so fucking terrible on both of our parts, where I flubbed the Mega and then he missed the clock and then we queued twice, you know, all that shit that happened. And so I was feeling a bit down about that, but I was like, you know what? New game, new lease on life, clean slate, right? So here we're just going to both carve out some mid-map control. That's the first phase of the game. We both have late game books, so we're going to play for late. One common book that plays for late on this map has Phantom. So typically it's like no Mud, no Mega, Flight, Phantom, and Ray, or something like that. Sometimes, probably no Tangle, you can't really fit it, unless you don't take a tower or something. But Slim and I actually had a gentleman's agreement to not use Phantom, just because, I don't know, we find it pretty AIDS. And it takes a lot of the skill out of the game, and you're able to just kind of sit in the tower and let your minion fly through walls and kill shit. So, once again, we're kind of in this stall point. These spectators are still sticking around. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking, okay, like, I've got no nerves at this point. I've like reset my mental, and I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, we got to get through the next, 15 turns. And we're not really going to press each other. We're both going to play super passive, play like pussies pretty much, just because we are not wanting to lose. You know, neither of us want to lose. But the game will maybe come down to, okay, who's going to, you know, man up and be able to make that play in the moment that wins the game. So we'll kind of see how this ends up. But yeah, at least for this game, you can understand it's really high stakes. Neither of us want to make a mistake, so we're just kind of chilling. I do get ticked by the Maelstrom, only 15 damage though, so we're looking okay. I'm again going to have the map zoomed out like this, and then when it gets later in the game I might zoom out even more just because the map's so huge. And here I have 120 prod. I can get just out of the range of the Maelstrom, and I'm feeling okay. Okay, I know he has Pegasus, and I'm like, okay, he's just going to stall so fucking hard. And I'm like, alright, I'll do the same. And you might be thinking, well, this is boring. What the fuck are you guys doing? But you gotta understand, like, I made it through Serbia, through Slim Bill, through Cryo, through everyone. Who was my first opponent? I don't even remember. I made it through so many series, and I even beat Bill in one series before this to get to this moment. So I'm like, I gotta sweat as hard as possible to get this dub. And of course, you know, Bill's one of the most honorable opponents, so it's always a pleasure to face him. No common gamer terms are used when we're done with our matches. We're all smiles. So No worry about poor sportsmanship in this case. You do have sometimes people who will refuse to play their matches after being tilted or just kind of be poor sports, which I don't like to see. But us, we're chill. So now you can see that one spectator has left the building. And I can tell you that probably one spectator has left the building, meaning they're not watching this video anymore because they're like, well, shit, this is boring. Oh, hey, he came back. Because they're like, oh, you both are at 400, making no progress against each other. But that's just kind of how we have to play it. So he's going to go for the aura here, and I just have to, I don't know. Do I want to go to the right or the left? Hunch is right, probably. I'm worried about his tangle as well. So I've got to be cautious about that. Don't know if he has entangle for sure, but I'm pretty confident because playing passive is common for him. And especially in this high stakes environment, right? We're both playing passive. And we got similar playing styles, actually. So he's going to go for the Maelstrom. Actually, my blood bank survives, but I don't know if I can save it. Maybe if I have some speed. No, not quite. So I actually get ticked, and the bank gets ticked, so that kind of sucks. But required a lot of speed. I'm just happy to not get sunk. And I'm still decent on prots, 115. So I've made enough space where I can avoid auras, and like now I've got land above me to protect from the Arma, and I'm in the middle of the map, so I'm not in danger of being Maelstromed. And we're going to go back to 150 prots, and now you're starting to see, look at these spectators. I'm going to shout out everyone. Harpocrates, Ink, Strelizia, Red, and Gull. They're all in here to witness greatness. Division 2 is where it's at, baby. So, let's see. Ooh, look at that speed by Coeval. I get the bank all the way over to the right, avoid the aura. I avoid the aura myself. I summon the peg that avoids the aura. God, call me Jesus Christ. This game's over because of that movement right there. It's absolutely over. So he's going to start doing the Serbia strat, the Bija strat. He's just going to spam protection shields on his Pegasus like a pussy. I'm just kidding. But he's going to gate away. And I'm going to Maelstrom. Why? You're like, what the fuck, Coeval? You can just fly it away. Well, I'm anticipating a late game struggle. The more map is gone, the easier it is to tangle. So that's why I did it. Let's see here. I'm just going to go for a Serbia strat. I said, okay, anything you can do, I can do better. I'm going to prot that up. And it looks like we still got 5 spectators. He's going to go for a Maelstrom. Not the most effective move, but probably okay. Because I can just move over. And maybe I prot up again. Okay, I've got the chance to aura him. And that's not really for his prots, but more for the Pegasus. And again, you might be thinking, oh, what's 15 damage? He's got 150. But honestly, it can stack up. Let's say that he gets ticked from Maelstrom a little bit. He gets exposed to the Arma and gets hit for 40 or 50. These can add up. And then if he does get ticked for enough, like maybe 40 or 50, then he takes another turn to protection shield. And that gives me a tempo advantage. Not necessarily gaining like an advantage meaning I would win, but a tempo advantage from the perspective of he has to prot for that turn and I don't. So I Q there. Why, I don't know. I could have just brought out a spirit. Maybe I Q there? I think that was a Q. So, oh, we've got a 6th spectator, and look who it is at the top of the ship there. Serbia. So my boy has fell to Coeval, and he's like, I gotta see him emerge victorious in the final game. Look at that interaction, how that tree just falls on me. It's like inside of me. Kind of weird. So he goes for the Maelstrom, and it destroys the tree. So I can just run away, and I'm going to go low and to the very edge of the map. Don't need to go very, very to the edge, like super close, just because I've still got land that will protect me. And he's going to try to undead that peg, but I'm going to just leave it in the Arma to kill it if it doesn't die that turn. And it does die that turn. I've only got one peg left, so again, I saw Serbia and I was like, I gotta employ his strat to get the victory. Let's go. We're gonna just try to use our Pegasus to protect ourselves, right? One thing I'm looking at here, he's got a nice middle ground where he can teleport to if needed, and then escape a maelstrom by just flying upward. So that kind of sucks for me. He's just gonna go super passive and protect himself with the tree. And at this point I'm feeling pretty good because I think I have a better map position. Seems kind of weird because like he's in the middle and I'm on the side. But like I said, the way that the Arma works, it's not really going to hit me much in this bottom area, but it's going to continue to whittle the land away in the middle there. And Bill's going to be continually more exposed turn after turn. So as you can see, guys, a lot of land is being cleared away here, and we're getting just about into the crunch time. This is super intense. Turn 43, this is going to come down to straight up, I don't know if it's RNG, maybe, but I feel like the culmination of this match is just like perfect that this would end in like a late game sort of situation. Perfect that it would end in this fashion. So yeah, buckle up, guys, and it's just a few more minutes of absolute epic awesomeness. I go for a tangle and oh, fuck me. I missed it. I missed the tangle. That was a fucking... Okay, it wasn't a choke. Here's the thing. Okay, I knew that if I missed the tangle, I wasn't lost. Why? Because I have over 100 prot. A star could sink me here, but it doesn't. Oh, I get lucky. There's the RNG aspect. So what do? I go over my Pegasus, and I want to tangle back. Oh man, I just missed that tangle. I just misaimed it. You know, didn't get that lob quite right, but that's a, fast turn to execute. So unfortunate. And I did position myself perfectly to avoid the sink there. And what am I going to do now? Maybe block him from clocking. I don't have any flight or prod. I just got a tower. Shit. Oh, when he sinks me with the ray. Fuck, dude. But then he gets knocked. Oh, he bounces off a pixel. What the fuck? And I go, as I usually say, super low on the side, and he goes middle. I think that's a blunder. That's a blunder. Not like losing him the game or anything, but he wants to be able to maybe advance. I think now it's a blunder because I'm able to kill the Pegasus, and he's in a situation where he's going to be more vulnerable to the Arma. But he's going to go all the way to the side and flash me off. Man, he's got speed. God damn. So I bet he gets knocked here, though. Yep, he does get ticked, but he doesn't get knocked. I got to go all the way to the fuck right side of the map. And let's see what happens. He doesn't get sunk. He's just going to summon another Pegasus. Here I'm thinking, okay, I can ray him and knock him. But I just need to get something off. Oh, go over in this little cove here. Get some protection from the Arma. Again, low is pro. Go super low. He could prod up here. Okay, he's just going to do a tree. But in the nick of time, I come up with a pivotal turn. I'm going to pause this real quick. What move do I have that is low risk and that can just win me the game? Right here. What's the move? It's absolutely disgusting, especially if you're a new player. I doubt you would guess what would happen. In fact, it'll probably happen and you'll be like, wait, that's possible? What the fuck? But what do you think it is? Can I go push him? Well, if I push him, I'm going to get destroyed by the Arma, right? So that's not necessarily the play, but alright, let's see what I do. Go for the aura, and it stacks the Pegasus from 90 and undeads it. Why does it stack it? I'll explain that real quick. The tree is alive. So because the tree is alive, what that means is it is considered stackable. I don't have any moves, so I just lob a clock. I say, fuck it. I literally have nothing. Well, I guess I could Pegasus, but that's for pussies, so I'm just gonna go for the clock. Because I'm a god. I teleport in after he raised me. And he's got one turn. What can he do? He's got no ray. He can't. He could have gone for like some disgusting lob to win the game. Maybe that's his chance. So what do I have to do? Tower here? Yeah. Tower, go to the far right side. He's going to get ticked by the aura. Okay, he's down to 70. He's only got 20. 20. And I win. What the fuck? What just happened there? My goodness. That feels good. Whew. I don't even remember what happened there in the very end. But I towered up. He maelstrommed. And then it was all over at that point. The Arma detowered him. Hit him off the map with the ray. He had a perfect 50. Shout out to Lespork and who is the other spectator there? Siggy, who joined late. Wow, what a game. Coeval is your new Division 2 10 Alien Champion. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.